Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and we have an emoji. Sean Murray tweeted out an emoji on Saturday afternoon, at least afternoon for me. I think that's like 7 p.m. UK time, where Sean Murray generally is. So we have an emoji. It is a high visibility jacket or high visibility vest if you're over in the UK. It's a safety jacket, and I have a lot of thoughts about that. But before we dive into it, like deep into off the cliff of speculation, for anyone who's brand new or just started playing No Man's Sky recently, everyone in the community gets excited because Sean Murray is one of the lead developers for No Man's Sky. He is the guy at Hello Games that does a lot of their press and their outward-facing stuff. If you watch No Man's Sky interviews and things like that, you've probably seen Sean Murray. And he does this. So before an update actually arrives, he will tweet out a singular emoji, just one emoji, the week before, a few days before the update actually comes out. And it's kind of a hint or a tease for what we're going to see. And so that's why everyone is losing their minds. But if you're brand new, basically we get the Sean Murray tweet emoji over the weekend, usually Saturday or Sunday. And then on Monday and Tuesday, No Man's Sky will start going on sale on all platforms. We're talking PlayStation, Xbox, PC. And then on Wednesday, generally, Wednesday is when the update comes out. So it is looking like we are about to get the update on February 11th. That would be the first speculation guess that is kind of safe. Most of the time, I'd say 80 to 85% of the updates recently in the last 5 years have been on Wednesdays. We have a few here and there that are not, like the Switch release was on a Friday. That was a special release. We've had a handful of updates that came out on a different day, on a Thursday or a Friday, or on a Monday. I don't think we've had one on a Monday actually. So yeah, usually it's right around there, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm gonna say it's probably coming out on February 11th. That would be Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And then, what is a high visibility vest, and what is that going to do? Like, what does that mean for the game? I've seen a lot of people speculating and talking about it. My thoughts are it's going to be Worlds Part 3 because he did not classify or specify how many parts are going to be the Worlds. We had Worlds Part 1 come out in 2024. Worlds Part 2 come out in 2025. I'm going to go with this is going to be Worlds Part 3, and it's going to be a visual overhaul because it's a high visibility vest. So a lot of times it's not a one-to-one. Like if he tweets out a visibility vest, doesn't mean we're going to have those in the game. Sometimes it might mean that. Like I think it was 2022, he tweeted out an orange, the actual fruit orange. And everyone thought, oh, we're going to get actual like fruit trees and things like that. No, it was literally a play on words because it was for the Origins update. And he does that a lot. He will do a play on words for what it could possibly be. So I'm going to say it's Worlds Part 3, but it's a visual update. It's a visibility update. And what that means, like in Worlds Part 1, they did a complete water overhaul. They overhauled how the water works in the game, how it looks, how deep the oceans were. They did a whole bunch of that. In Worlds Part 2, I believe that's when they added in the purple systems. They also made like huge water planets that were just water. And they did a whole bunch of texture work in how the game actually renders worlds. So different plants and animals and stuff like that, they were rendered differently. I think Worlds Part 3, if that's what it is, I think this update is going to go through and do one final like shiny gloss on it. They're going to overhaul how the visuals work in the game. It might look better. We might get way more variety. We've been asking for that for a long, long time. If you remember back in 2016 when the game first launched, No Man's Sky Original, No Man's Sky Vanilla back in 2016, it had a lot of variety. Like you could land on a planet and there would be tons of colors, tons of everything. And it feels like over the years, they kind of clamped down on that, limited it, but they made it more detailed. So we gave up variety to get more detail because in the original game in 2016, All the textures were very muddy. They weren't really crisp or clear, but they looked cool. They were visually very, very vibrant and different. It's just they didn't have a high quality to them. And so they kind of pulled back on that, made sure there was detail. So now our ships are way more detailed. You can see wiring. You can see like scratch marks on ships. So it looks better, but there's not a lot of variety because they put all the detail into how it looked, the texture detail. I'm hoping they are adding more variety and more visuals for us to see. I'm really my idea is that he's concentrating on the visibility, the visual aspect of the high visibility vest. So I think it's going to be a visual overhaul. That's my guess. But I mean, we don't know. Who knows what's going to be? I will say, keep your eyes peeled because this update's probably coming out very, very quickly. But that's all I have. I mean, I'm excited. We're pumped up. We're going to go. I think we're also going to get an expedition as well. Who knows what the expedition is going to be? Usually, they use the expedition to show off the new update parts. Like when we got our Corvette ships, we literally had an expedition to build a Corvette. So I think that the update or the expedition is going to be a way to showcase the new items they're going to add in with the update. So I would say there's probably going to be a lot of like scanning stuff, like go out and find plants and animals and rocks, because there's going to be a whole big sweeping visual overhaul on how the game looks and works. And I'm really excited about it. So I'm pumped up. Who knows what it's going to be? I could be completely wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. So what do you guys think it's going to be? A high visibility vest, a safety jacket over in the United States. We call it a safety vest. It could be a safety vest, but over in the UK, over in Europe, they call it a high visibility vest. So that's why I'm going with the visibility, the visuals. That's what I'm going to go with. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in those comments and get ready. I think we're going to have a really, really busy week. So I will see you guys next time.
The update is called Worlds Part 1 because I guess there's much more to come.